Hey up everyone, I hope you're all doing well and keeping your leathers dry, or as dry as they can be at least. We've got a last minute announcement today. The KTM saga continues to twist and turn like an alpine road, so get ready. There's a showdown brewing at the Ried Regional Court in Austria. Tuesday morning is D-Day for the future of Austrian motorcycle manufacturer KTM. Tomorrow the creditors are all gathering to vote on a restructuring plan. The plan, presently on the table, centred around the Bajaj Group and promises the creditors a 30% cash rate. The claims add up to around €3 billion, with the banks carrying a hefty €1.2 billion of that. But Whitebox are looking to break up the company to maximise returns. The big promise is that the money from the quota should be flowing by the end of May. But here's the kicker. If the restructuring plan gets the thumbs down, it's bankruptcy. And that means likely smashing it all up, warned restructuring administrator Peter Vogl. He's estimating the rate of return by breaking the company up will be around 14.9% if it comes to that, which is grim. Then came a statement from Vogl, who at the end of it all is the man in control of the insolvency case, saying before anything else was announced that he favoured the BMW bid. Now, unless he completely misspoke, that means that there is now a third option on the table for investors. At 9 AM on Tuesday, all the potential investors have to prove to the insolvency administrator that they can actually cough up the $580 million needed for that 30% quota by the end of May. And that's not all. KTM need another $200 million to get operations back up and running from March the 17th. So that's a tight schedule. Besides Stephen Zockling, who is the new chairman of the supervisory board of KTM's parent company Pierer Mobility and the Indian KTM partner Bajaj, there is also CF Moto from China and Fountain Vest from Hong Kong sniffing around. About €150 million are supposed to be set up from the ownership sphere to finance getting production restarted at the Mattergoffen plant, which is currently shut down. But the banks are still grumbling that the 30% quota is just too low. Now, just a day before the hearing, an insider has thrown BMW into the mix, linking them with the Oberbank. Could BMW Motorad be about to transfer $718 million to Dr. Peter Vogl? Industry insiders are saying that BMW, TVS and Bajaj are thinking about a joint venture to move KTM production to India, and that would need approval from the European Antitrust Court and the Takeover Commission in Austria and Switzerland. That could take anywhere between 9 and 12 months, according to lawyers. The story goes that BMW apparently wants to shut down the production plant in Austria, laying off all 4,500 workers in order to save the salary payments and transfer the cost of $225 million to the Insolvency Burden Equalisation Fund, i.e. the Austrian taxpayer. The present deal means the banks, Bajaj and Stefan Pierer, KTM's ex-CEO, are the ones coming out on top. All the other creditors are losing 70% of their claims, and 4,500 Austrians could lose their jobs. OE24 tried to get a word from Stefan Zockling, the chairman of the supervisory board of Pierer Mobility AG, but he's keeping tight-lipped. He said he's not allowed to say anything about the current proceedings due to capital market rules and laws, which is fair enough, I guess. Here's a strange one. The share value of Pierer Mobility AG has shot up by over 40% in the last 3 months. The insider thinks, as I said months ago, that there might be some insider trading going on. The theory is that the German, Swiss and Austrian financial market authorities have begun to look very carefully into the whole case. Oberbank says they'll only support projects that strengthen the location, and BMW are saying no comment, so that doesn't help much. The technical implications of a buyout are huge too. BMW might have their own ideas about engine design, chassis setups and electronics, and we could see KTM bikes looking and feeling very different in a few years. And what about the riders? KTM has a strong presence in MotoGP and off-road racing. A change in ownership could shake things up for the teams, the riders and even the sponsors. There's also talk about BMW wanting to take KTM off the stock exchange. The plan is to expand their product range with KTM off-road motorcycles. Loads of vehicles would then be sold using the common BMW platform, like with the Volkswagen Group and the Volkswagen Touareg, Audi Q7 and Porsche Cayenne. It's like they want to absorb KTM. According to Markus Flasch, the managing director of BMW Motorad, he wants to use the acquisition of KTM to get himself onto the BMW Group Executive Board. Word is that he's a strategist who'll stop at nothing, which may not be great news for the Austrian workforce and the existing structure. He sounds like he's playing a very ruthless game. So, to sum it all up, tomorrow is the day. The creditors are meeting to vote on a rescue plan. BMW might be about to swoop in and buy KTM, potentially moving production to India and research to Germany. If that happens, thousands of jobs in Austria could be lost, and Mattergoffen could turn into an industrial ruin. Many will say there needs to be some action from the politicians and the Economic Council to make sure KTM stays in Austria and keeps its employees in work. The share value is madly volatile, and there might well be some dodgy dealings going on. BMW are just keeping quiet. Right, that's it for today. Keep your eyes peeled for more updates, because as soon as I hear the results of the hearing, I will let you know. And remember, keep your spanners close and your keys even closer. Ride free, everyone!